Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we explore another fascinating word in the English language. Today's word is clerk. So, what exactly does clerk mean? Well, a clerk is a noun, and at a B2 level, it typically refers to a person employed in an office or store to perform tasks such as keeping records, attending to customers, or handling correspondence. Think of someone working at a checkout counter in a grocery store, or someone managing files in a law office. That's a clerk. It's a pretty common word, so understanding its nuances is definitely useful. Now, let's delve into some synonyms for clerk. One synonym is assistant. We might say, the assistant at the library helped me find the book I needed. Another synonym is attendant. For instance, the parking attendant collected the fees from the drivers. We can also use the word employee. An example would be, all employees are required to attend the safety training session. Another synonym is receptionist, particularly when referring to someone working at the front desk of an office. You might hear, the receptionist greeted me with a warm smile when I arrived for my appointment at 9 a.m. Finally, we could use cashier, specifically when the clerk's job involves handling money. The cashier gave me the correct change after I paid for my groceries. It's important to notice that while all these words can sometimes replace clerk, their usage depends on the specific context. An assistant can be more general, while cashier is specifically about handling money. Now, let's explore some antonyms, words that have the opposite meaning of clerk. One antonym is manager. While a clerk typically follows instructions, a manager is the one giving them. For example, the manager oversaw the entire operation of the store, ensuring that everything ran smoothly. Another antonym could be executive. An executive typically holds a high-level position and makes important decisions. The company executive announced the new strategic plan at the annual meeting. Then there is boss. A boss is the person in charge. The boss approved my vacation request for next week. We can also think of employer as an antonym. While a clerk is an employee, the employer is the one who hires and pays them. For example, the employer provided comprehensive benefits to all full-time staff. Finally, a supervisor can be considered an antonym as they are in charge of overseeing the work of clerks and other employees. The supervisor trained the new clerk on how to use the filing system. Seeing these opposites helps understand the role of a clerk better. So, how can you use the word clerk in everyday life? Well, you might say, I need to speak to a clerk at the bank to open a new account. Or, the store clerk helped me find the perfect gift for my friend's birthday. You might even hear someone say, he started as a clerk in the mailroom and worked his way up to become a CEO. Common expressions might include phrases like sales clerk or file clerk. Here are some more examples of how clerk can be used in sentences and phrases. The clerk efficiently processed my order at the checkout counter. The clerk in the records department meticulously maintained the archives. She works as a legal clerk at a prestigious law firm. The hotel clerk was very helpful in providing directions to local attractions. He applied for a position as a data entry clerk. The government clerk issued my marriage license at 2 p.m. The clerk couldn't resolve my problem and directed me to a supervisor. Always be polite to the clerk. They're just doing their job. The experienced clerk could quickly locate any document in the system. The new clerk is still learning the ropes, but is very enthusiastic. As a retail clerk, she dealt with hundreds of customers every day. The clerk carefully counted the money in the cash register before closing. The shipping clerk prepared the packages for delivery. The clerk noticed a discrepancy in the invoice and alerted the accountant. The clerk patiently explained the terms and conditions of the contract. I asked the clerk about the store's return policy. The clerk was responsible for maintaining inventory levels. The clerk entered the data into the system at 10 a.m. The shop clerk was very friendly and helpful. The clerk provided me with a receipt for my purchase. The clerk's duties included answering phones and greeting visitors. So, to summarize, a clerk is someone who works in an office or store, often performing tasks like handling records, assisting customers, or dealing with correspondence. We've explored synonyms like assistant, attendant, employee, receptionist, and cashier, and antonyms like manager, executive, boss, employer, and supervisor. We've also seen how the word clerk is used in various everyday contexts. Thank you so much for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful and informative. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps others discover our show. And now, I have a challenge for you. Create your own sentence using the word clerk and share it as a comment below this video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning and exploring the wonderful world of words.